Welcome, Evan. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and open it up with Jake Shapiro.
Hey, Evan, congrats on starting your postseason off with the win. How much of a battle was it out there tonight? I know things weren't going the way you guys, hoped them to, but you still pulled away and advanced.
Yeah. Cal's a good team, and they compete and they fight, and they're a physical team. So nothing easy is going to come in March, and I feel like we did what we need to do to win this game. Obviously, we can play better on the offensive end, but we guarded, and that's what I say this all the time, but that's what our program is founding off of, and it gives us a chance to win every night, defend and rebound. So, I mean, you can you take your wins anywhere you can get them, and we're not satisfied. We know we have a talented team tomorrow, talented, good, well coached team. So we're gonna be prepared and try to win that game. So I mean, it's March. It's it's not really explained. It's just March.
We'll go next to Pat Rooney.
Hey, Evan, I know McKinley kind of leads the way for you guys, but it seems like when you guys are at your best, you're getting contributions from across the board. Was tonight a good example that Dallas obviously had a big burst in the first half, and then yourself and a few other guys made key contributions at times in the second half?
Yeah, you said it. Our team is the best when we, get contributions from everybody, and we have a lot of just solid guys, and we have some quality depth. So when one guy is maybe not playing as well, the other guys around them on our team can step up their game, and I mean that 1 through 18. We have 18 guys on our team, and I have confidence and I believe in every one of our guys. So that just says the culture we have here at this program, and it's a beautiful thing to see when dudes might not be having the best night, and we can sustain it, we can get behind it, and we can ultimately drive it forward despite that. So yeah.
We'll go to Justin Guerrero.
Evan, the last time you guys saw Cal, Matt Bradley dropped almost 30 points. And tonight, for the vast majority of the game, Eli was able to pretty much shut him down. From your perspective and just being in the locker room with Eli, how much do you think he was looking forward to that one-on-one rematch with Bradley? And how important was it for Eli to win that battle for the majority of the game, just D'ing him up one-on-one?
Eli is a hell of a competitor. And, you guys know Eli don't back down from nobody. He might not be the biggest, might not be, well, probably is the fastest, but he might not jump the highest, probably does that too. But, he's going to compete. And, it speaks the first team all defense, or the all defensive team that he made, it speaks for itself. He puts in the work every day. He guards McKinley every day. He guards Keyshawn, fastest guards every day in practice. So he's prepared. And I have to give him a whole lot of credit, because he can guard multiple positions, and he can, if he's not taller than you, he can still battle you and still use his strength. So Eli is a really good player, and I'm gonna be excited for next year with him for sure.
We'll go back to Pat Rooney.
Hey, Evan, looking at tomorrow, you guys have done a pretty good job of at least making life rough for Evan Mobley in your couple matchups. Obviously, you play a big part of that. What do you guys have to do to be able to do that for a third time?
Yeah, Evan Mobley is he's Evan Mobley. It's, all the credit in the world goes to him because he's such a good player. And, you can't really stop those guys. When you have a guy of that talent and that level, you can't really stop those guys. You can only hope to contain them. So, we're going to do the best we can to, contain him and limit his impact on the game.
Another one from Jake Shapiro.
Hey, Evan, how much reflection do you do on tonight's game, or do you just flush it as soon as possible and start working on that game plan and what you guys are thinking going into tomorrow against USC?
I feel like, everybody's different. Some people might, flush it right now. Some people might think about it for the rest of the day, for the rest of the night. I'm certainly gonna, look back on this game and, realize stuff where I can get better. My post feed to Dallas, it's, things like that. Little things. There's nothing big, but the little things is what matters in March. And you just want to get better every day. And that's the teams that can get better every day and trend upwards. That's the teams that win in March. So obviously we have a short turnaround, so we can't harp on this game too much. But I think I'm going to give it some time to think about it, think about ways I can get better, and come in tomorrow with a fresh mindset.
We'll take one more for Evan if we've got one. Looks like we're okay. So thank you, Evan.
Cool. All right, guys.
That's good.
Okay, Coach, congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you.
If you're ready, we'll start with just your overall thoughts on tonight, and then we'll open it up to questions.
Yeah, I mean, look, March is all about surviving and advancing. Tournament basketball, it's I think it was Coach Valvano was the one that I think came up with that, if I'm correct. But we survived tonight and we're advancing. But we didn't play our best basketball. Cal had a lot to do with that. I thought they're so physical, and they got hot going in the second half. We fouled 3 3-point jump shooters in the second half. I mean, you should never foul one. We fouled 3 of them. One of them I was just like, I'm not sure, but whatever. I mean, we can't do that. We got 2 timeouts and we get a 5-second call on our press offense. So look, we didn't play our best basketball. We were sped up. Cal sped us up for some reason tonight. We were rushed. Evan was rushed in the first half. McKinley was rushed. Deshaun was rushed. And we didn't make any plays in transition. For as good a defense as we played, we didn't capitalize in our transition offense at all tonight. So, you gotta figure out a way to win when you don't play your best. We did that tonight, and we weren't at our best. But again, Cal had a lot to do with that. And I've got great respect for what Mark Fox is doing. They've had a rough year in terms of wins and losses, but man, they've been in every game. And tonight's another example. They didn't give up, and they made it hard on us. So we had a quick turnaround tomorrow to play the Trojans.
We'll start with Pat Rooney.
Hey, Tad, the defensive job by Eli on Matt Bradley. Obviously, Bradley's a guy that has kind of torched you guys the last couple of years, but he hit a couple shots late, but Eli seemed pretty motivated from the get-go tonight.
Eli was terrific and did an unbelievable job. And again, I think Matt Bradley was scoreless until we fouled him on a 3-point jump shot, and he made 3 free throws and saw the ball go in the basket, and then he started feeling a little bit. But we held him scoreless at halftime. We were trying to double team him in any handoffs or ball screens that he was a part of to try to get the ball out of his hands, and we did a good job of that. And I think it frustrated him in the first half, but he's a good player. And he torched us in Berkeley for 27. So we had to come up with something. I thought we did a good job of that for the most part. They scored a couple times out of it. Anticevich hit a 3 there in the corner because we didn't get to him. But Eli was terrific all night. And I don't know how many of his 10 he got on Eli. I know the 3 free throws were not on him, but terrific effort from a first team all defensive player.
Next, we'll go to Justin Guerrero.
Pat, earlier this week, you talked about wanting to get your post guys going a little bit more offensively, and both Evan and Dallas tonight were able to get themselves going, probably more in the first half for Dallas, Evan more so in the second. Just what'd you see from those two tonight, just their ability to finish and get to the line, and how encouraging was that to get your post offense going again?
Yeah, we need those guys to get, because, you know, if you look at their numbers over the last, 5 or 6 games, they both have struggled a little bit from a percentage standpoint relative to what we normally expect out of both of them. I thought Dallas was terrific in that first half. He kind of kept us, in the game and hit the 3 and then hit a 15-foot jump shot. They went to zone there at the end when I called a timeout. I wish he would have shot that one because, Dallas is a good shooter. But you're right. He kind of kept us going in the first half, and then Evan got going emotionally in the second half, and he plays so hard, and he's got such a passion for the game that, those guys are important to us. And Jabari Walker, great minutes, off the bench. Jariah Horn, again, wasn't probably his best tonight, but did some really good things for us. And rebounding the ball is going to be key for us. And we play USC tomorrow night. They're the longest team in our league in terms of length and height. So we're gonna need to rebound tomorrow night. But I thought we battled on the boards tonight, and our bigs were a big part of that. So
We'll go to Neil Welk.
Hey, Tad, just looking ahead to tomorrow night, you guys have beaten USC twice. What do you expect them to do differently against you guys tomorrow night? Do you expect them to change anything up, or?
Neil, I don't know. Coach Roan has that scout. I know he was watching them on the plane on the way out in hopes that we would be playing them tomorrow night, and we are. So I'll probably have a better feel for that in the morning after Coach and I get together when we get back to the hotel tonight and talk about our game plan and what USC's been doing here recently. As a head coach, you don't get the opportunity to probably watch as many games as you'd like to. Sometimes you catch pieces of them, but USC is a very talented team. We know that. They present a lot of problems. Obviously, they beat UCLA on the road, which is hard to do. Tajidi's playing very well, and obviously Evan Mobley. I mean, look at the postseason awards he got. He's a terrific player. So USC's got great personnel. So I don't know what they're going to do, Neil, but this time of year, you don't see a lot of changes in terms of what people do, but there might be some nuances here or there that we'll have to either anticipate or we'll have to adjust to tomorrow night.
Jake Shapiro.
Hey, Tad, Jabari had some moments tonight where, you mentioned a little bit, but there was some sloppy moments from you guys, and he just looked like a bull in a china shop to kind of get you guys going, get you back into a flow. For him to have that in his first ever postseason game, that's pretty big time stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Jake. I mean, the thing about Jabari all year long is he plays with no fear. He doesn't play with any hesitation. He believes in himself, and his motor is just so good, and he just gets his hands on so many balls, rebounding the ball. I mean, he snatched a rebound tonight with one hand, which, we don't teach, but he went up and got it, and he finished, didn't get the foul, but he put the ball in the basket. It was just a big time play, by a guy who just, he just comes in and plays with zero fear. So, I mean, Jabari, it's great to have him back. He hit a big time 3. That McKinley hit him on and didn't hesitate. He knew he was going to shoot it before he caught it. He stepped in and knocked it down. And, the thing I like about our team is our depth in the post. Dallas Walton and Evan Battey start for us, but, you got Jabari and Jariah that come off the bench. That's 4 guys that you can depend on any given night. And Jabari was good in his minutes tonight, but, had some freshman mistakes as well, but I was overall pretty pleased with him.
We'll go last one here to Pat Rooney.
Hey, Tad, just curious, with the 2 overtime games ahead of yours, including the double overtime right ahead of yours, this thing tipped off about an hour late. I realized it was the same situation for you and Cal, but wondering is there any kind of inherent challenge to, you get geared up to play a big game and then you kind of find yourself in a hurry up and wait situation?
Yeah, not really, Pat. I mean, it's just part of it. These kids have played and, I hope a lot of them have played in state tournaments and in high school, and that happens, and it happens in, AAU events that they play in coming up. So yeah, not really, and well, here's what I like about our team. Our team is enjoying this moment, and they were, into today's technology world. I mean, they had the game on their phones. They were following it. They were just enjoying themselves. And I want them to do that, because I think what I don't want is I don't want us to play tight. And I want us to play like, oh my God, if we don't win this game, the world's coming to an end. I want them to enjoy the moment, enjoy March Madness. And part of that is watching other people that you're going to compete against. And obviously we're going to play one of those 2 teams tonight. So, they watched a lot of that game, down the stretch. So hopefully that'll help us in our preparation tomorrow. And, but this time of year, especially in league tournaments like this, there's no secrets. There's no secrets that we have that USC doesn't know about. I don't think there's a lot of secrets they have that we don't know about. It's just who's going to execute and play best tomorrow night. And we're going to have to play well to beat them. We're going to have to play better than we played tonight. I can promise you that. And I really believe that we will.
Okay, thank you, Coach. That'll be it for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.